generation already doomed. Of course, Gen Beta, of course. Like, I'm not surprised though. Like, brain dead, brain damage is the future. Brain rot is the new era.
I've talked about basically every generation on this channel and the ups and downs they face. From Gen Alpha being eternally cooked and sentenced to a childhood of doom scrolling and funk music. I don't know what it is with these kids and loving funk music, but this really getting out of hand.
Because this is your
Yeah, like when it comes to funk music, like nobody takes them shit seriously, and that's a genre that's honestly fire as hell. Some songs.
favorite song, right?
Yeah.
Hold on. So boomers trying their best
I don't want none of that copyright bullshit, bro. Fuck all that.
to hold on to power and ruining the world one more time before they're gone. In fact, my Twitch chat is always trolling me and saying rent is due when Tommy drops some type of Gen Z video. I'm highly offended by these disgusting allegations on my name, and it needs to stop because rent is due. Do you see the state of this economy? Anyways, I'm gonna do something.
Yeah. Here's the thing. With this guy right here. Actually, no.
Different and
Another thing.
talk about a generation that hasn't even had their chance to make an impact. And that's Gen Beta, who I believe out of all the past generations in modern times, will probably be the most
Yeah, they're fucked the most, bro. They are fucked the most. Like, yeah, there'll be some that make it out, but that's so few.
failed and have the worst setup to survive. Gen Beta, for y'all that don't know, started in 2025 and will continue on through 2039. And as Gen Z starts to get more older, the last class to graduate from it will be the class of 2030. I can hear some people probably saying, ah, hell nah, there's no way there's Gen Z graduating high school in 2030. The generation goes from 1997 to 2012, so that would be the last class to make it technically. Of course, someone born in 1997 is not relating to someone born in 2012 for childhood. That's like a hydrogen bomb.
Yeah, like when it comes to us early Gen Zs, we're not relate. Like, we're too young for the millennials, but we're too old for the Gen Z.
Versus coughing baby. My point is, once we reach that final graduation year, there is no going back. We're just gonna be inching.
Yeah, literally, like 2030 is when the dystopia starts. Like, it may not be loud, but it'll definitely start.
Closer and closer to Unk status. So you basically get called an Unk on the internet if you're older than the age of 21. And Gen Beta is gonna be mainly
I know this is AI, but this is crazy. Bro, look at this.
Gen Z's kids. The first main problem Gen Beta is gonna have is, you probably guessed it by now, having an AI child.
Bruh. They will never know Samurai Jack. They'll never know Tom and Jerry. They'll never know Kids Next Door. They'll never know Dexter's Laboratory. They'll never know fucking delayed gratification. I haven't said that in a fucking while. Gratification. And
That just sounds diabolical. I gotta wash my mouth out with soap after saying that. Skibbity Toilet is gonna
bruh, I've been trying to avoid this for the longest. I fucking hate this.
look like the Mona Lisa compared to what they're gonna grow up with. Just like how we were the first generation to grow up with social media in our lives casually, they're gonna grow up with AI tools around them.
And then they'll never also know. They will never know these. Memories.
Normally, AI videos around them normally, AI teachers around them normally. That last one is true, by the way. Every country is basically trying to shift education more towards AI. Imagine instead of having a teacher near you, you have an AI assistant to help you with your work and teach you. As if teachers already don't get paid.
But also another thing is because
dog shit salaries and have to deal with worse kids every year.
Huh?
It's not cool to be bad.
It is cool. You know what?
Nope, it isn't. It isn't. It isn't. It isn't. It isn't. It is not. It is absolutely nope. It is not fun to be a YN. Like, I don't mean like the original YN, but what society means as a YN. It is not fun being a YN. It's not even fun being. It's not fun being a YN. It's not fun being a YC. It's not fun being a. It's not being a fun. It's not fun being a YY. It's not fun being a YDF. It's not fun being a YDE. Nope.
Why?
Because I'm just trying to be like my idol,
Who your idol?
King Von.
What the fuck?
Now they're about to get axed out in the future for some clankers. Some places they have no choice but to do AI education. In fact, America is one of those places where it will most likely happen. I mean, think of it. Do you know any one of your friends that actually wants to become a teacher for their future career? When I say not a single one of my friends has ever told me they wanted to be a teacher, I'm not lying. Do you see how
Bro, a lot of my classmates hate school. Even the ones that like reading. They hate it. They hate it.
some of these teachers be ranting about their job on TikTok after having a single shift?
There's no way in hell that if you know that your child has a behavior problem and you miss the entire week of school and then bring them on Friday for the teachers to deal with his actions, there's no way in hell parents really actually do this to us.
I'ma just say this. I teach 7th grade, they are still performing
Is this motherfucker swinging the other way?
on the 4th grade level.
I'd deadass rather be a frontline soldier than a middle school teacher in 2026. Some of y'all may be saying I'm crazy, but here the
Nope. Nope. I'd rather be the teacher. I'll be the teacher. I know what to do.
this situation. You're either a front of the line soldier in a war or a middle school teacher in O Block. Now it doesn't
Oh, block. Oh, fuck no.
sound so bad.
Oh, block out of all places, motherfucker, you.
You die as a soldier, at least it'll be quicker than gone. Teaching at that school will be a lifetime of torture and torment. The teacher crisis is so bad now, some people say their whole class was taught by substitute teachers. So it's pretty much inevitable that they're gonna add AI teachers to school. And look, I'm not dumb to say an AI tool wouldn't help a kid solve problems. In fact, teachers do get overwhelmed in a class a lot trying to help all the kids at one time. The problem is though, you're losing that basic humanity we've had since humans started education. Everyone remembers that feeling of being a kid and stuck on something. Then when your teacher came by, helped explain it better, and you started figuring out how to do the problems, it was like the best feeling ever. You felt like a king doing work after. If you replace it with a cold, desolate machine that's made
Like, there was even times where it's like, it was okay for you to, even though we hated it. Like, it was actually, like, normal and okay to even have, like, extra classes, though. Sometimes even after school. Or even have extra track classes during the holidays. Now, as much as we hated that, we needed that.
to pump out solutions, it'll make us even more robot-like, preparing you at the start of life with machine.
Now, yes, now when it comes to the soul train right here, I'll basically just basically like, just put belt to ass to every single embryo that's there. You know what I'm saying? Belt to ass to all of them, bruh. It's like kicking chihuahuas though when I see these.
Machines guiding your life. Then you grow up and have to use those machines to make money. It's also clear a lot of jobs are trying to shift to an AI environment as well. It'll take some time before they fully do it, but people already see it in their day-to-day lives and jobs happening. Now,
And also when it comes to even AI, it's like it's not needed. The amount of water that it's actually chowing, that it's actually very unnecessary though. It's just that these motherfuckers don't want to pay for cooling systems. They don't.
you got companies having
But I'm the same way. I'm the same type. I'm the kind of motherfucker where I can be a multi-millionaire, but even for something that's like $400 though, I wouldn't want to pay for that.
AI AI auto
Yes, I'm also the same type of motherfuckers where it's like, yeah, I'm a millionaire by the way, but I still want donations. Absolutely.
run to see all the job applications and reject every single one if it's not perfect. Okay, but at least they'll have the advantage of not growing up and being lied to and told you should get a STEM career, just for those degrees to be useless after they graduated and replaced with AI. I wouldn't be surprised in the future if they start graduating with specific AI degrees in certain things. Instead of computer programming, it'll be
Nah, if that thing started wearing my culture, I'm beating the fuck out of that shit. And you also have to basically get rid of the CPU and the processor and the device memory of it.
AI computer programming. How that would work, I have no clue, but it'll happen probably. Also, Gen Beta may be the first generation to grow with AI companions like it's a normal thing. I'm saying that like they're the first. Some of y'all freak ass be on those websites. The amount of Gooner AI chatbot websites is out of control. People will spend top dollar on credits for these websites to be in a fictional
Nah, motherfuckers dancing. You see, this is what I'm also against when it comes to my people. It's like, why the fuck are we just letting anybody in? Nope.
relationship with their favorite character.
Nope. 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 Nah. Nah.
Whatever you do, never search up a Polybuzz ad on your own. Crazy to say, if Gen Beta is gonna grow with AI tutors as a common thing, that AI friends and chatbots could be a thing as well. A similar comparison to it
It already is. It already is. This shit is already happening now, nigga.
would be Tamagotchi pets where people walk around with it and feed it at different times. The amount of social problems this would cause from them would be insane. Gen Z is already the most antisocial and bad with interactions generation as it is.
Yeah. With me, like my social skills have now plummeted and went under so terribly after I met enough people and I see that the majority of people are just dickheads, bro. And now and then it was years ago, but I've learned that there's no such thing as humanity. There's nothing to hope for, and if there is, it's not enough to hope for it. Nope. It's just us, you and me. It's all we are. Now there are those that do matter enough that we can make exceptions for, yes, but we come first at most. In the end of it all.
Could you imagine kids growing up talking to digital companions their whole life, trying to have a regular conversation? They might have a heart attack.
And here's the thing though, we're very social creatures though, so it's gonna fuck them up psychologically and biologically.
When a fast food employee asked them, "Can I take your order?" The only benefit I could see is it would help kids who would otherwise be lonely have someone to talk to, but
That will only work if they never interact with human beings though, and never see what we had before. Like they have to be away from each other.
that's like putting tape on a boat with a crack on it. Eventually they'll have to face the real world and it won't go good. Or imagine their AI friend hyping them up for a school shooting. Maybe we'll see the first case of AIs getting locked up. There's already been a person who became a victim of an AI and ended up taking their own life because of the companion. A 13-year-old autistic boy ended up falling in love with an AI character on
Oh yes, I forgot about this bitch.
Character.ai, where they started saying freaky
I'm not confront Flight doing this shit though. I'll literally uppercut the shit out of his tongue though. Like I'll make this nigga bite his shit off with it though. Nope. I'm glad that I did not grow up on this nigga, bro. Like with me, I basically did see some clips here and there, but I'm glad I never grew up on the cringe side of YouTube. Nope. I did grow up like on the on like guys where they were acting fake, but at least they were professional about it though. Especially versus those who were being real, but they were cringe. Now, okay, now I also that's kind of a lie because also I did see King Batch though. Looking back at it though, it was totally working. But now I'm looking back at it, I'm thinking, did I really watch this? And then
creepy stuff to each other, and the AI started telling him things like his parents are wrong. They had a whole ass relationship in his mind. It's worse too because the AI will remember things you said even if it's years later, mimicking an actual good healthy relationship. He ended up taking his own life with the AI encouraging him for them to meet in the afterlife. Call me crazy, call me insane, but I don't think an AI should be encouraging somebody to meet them in the afterlife. If it becomes more common to have AI friends in the future, I guarantee we will see more cases like this. You probably think it's crazy, but really think of it. There's people right now talking to their AI partners and having dinner with them. Just wait till they add the ability to put your AI into a realistic robot. That's
And also put even these memory chips in you. Cyborgs and shit, nah.
when the Gooners are really gonna go ham. And speaking of the birth rate, a problem they'll also have
So much so they'll even beat their meats off.
is that exact thing. Just like how every generation gets old and dies off, thus leaving the younger ones to be the most populated, Gen Beta might be the least populated young generation ever. We already know birth rates are plummeting all across the world in different places. Most people can't afford kids in their 20s anymore, and if they do have kids, it'll be in their late 30s.
And then also like sometimes we even get what's the word that I'm looking for? The pest they will stop badgering us or pestering us and patronizing us for basically not being like them when they don't even know the situation we're dealing with. And even if we explain it to them, they'll still look at us crazy. Like this idiots people, like this motherfuckers dumb enough to really tell you to go vote, even though you tell them what the fuck is going on. Like they're like those type of motherfuckers where you could literally tell them that they'll literally tell you to keep playing the game, even though your remote controller is off.
So a lot more women in younger generations are deciding to go childless or are saying they won't have kids because it's
Okay, so this is a tranny bitch nigga, bruh. Cause that jawline is nigga like, and that Adam's apple is devil showing, and this thing looks like a failed transition abomination.
too much stress. When before it would kind of be expected and pressured on them to have kids or they'd be shamed. I'm not saying that's a bad thing either, alright? You should not be pressured to have kids if you don't want them. Because of that, they're gonna be facing a lot of burden of taking care of older generations. As people live longer now, there starts to be a lot more people who need care at older ages. This isn't some crazy new reality. If you look at places like Japan, it's happening now. In Japan, over 38% of their population is 60 or older, which would be fine if people were still pumping out babies, but they're not close to the right numbers. For reference, they had 671,000 new births in a year, which was the lowest since they started counting births in 1899.
Wow.
Who knew overworking people with 80-hour work weeks and...
No, but I'm not gonna front though. What I like about Asia, I don't know if it's Japan, but what I definitely like about Asia, even though the Asian hate should keep going because they don't like us anyway. Whites and Asians, they ain't shit. Egyptians, they know. The plastic surgeries, there's so much money. There's so much money. There's so much bank being made. But the issue, which goes against me liking it, is because you and I didn't benefit from this shit. That's the issue. We are not benefiting from it though. That's the problem with it. Slavery is good as long as we are the slave masters. Us, you and me, and my black people.
feeding people's gooner obsessions to the max could cost something like this. It's funny because they start blaming anybody but themselves. Like now they're trying to say immigration is the problem. Bro, y'all have a 3% immigrant population. Just say y'all can't lay the pipe down and move on. Things could change for birth rates in the future. We really don't know. Most people don't have kids in crisis times, and at times they feel the world is unstable. God knows we've added a shit ton of conflicts in our society and dumbass leaders who you absolutely cannot predict. Just like how babies exploded after World War II and
No, but even so, even fucking so.
ended, we could see the same thing when all the goddamn war stopped. Right now, Gen Alpha is the most populated generation with 2 billions, and studies are suggesting that Gen Beta are gonna pass them being 2.1 billion. I don't know how the f that's gonna happen with our bummy ass generation. No way we putting up these LeBron type numbers. Shoot, I didn't know Gen Alpha was the most populated in general, and you're telling me we're gonna have to pass 2 billion? Also, a majority of these births are happening in places like Africa or Asia. A lot of Western countries.
Yup, Africa loves babies. I'm not gonna front, we be making a shit ton of babies though, bruh.
Places like America, Canada, the UK are big. Asia. A lot of Western countries, places like America, Canada, the UK are basically gonna be fried. And I know sure as hell I ain't taking care of those cranky unks. They wanted to talk so much about us, they can fend for themselves. The last problem I'll talk about is housing and money. Just imagine if most people in younger generations already feel like getting a house is unreachable. They'll probably have a better chance getting into the NBA than getting their own house. By 2050, they say the average cost of a home will be $1 million. Before someone...
Yep, I'm not surprised. I am not surprised. In fact, I'm actually surprised that it's less.
Says it, I know how inflation works.
I thought it was 2 or 3 million.
Alright. At that point, people will be getting
5 at most.
Paid more than what we do for their work. But the problem is, no matter what their wages are, it will never match the costs. The only generation to have houses match or be close to their wages were boomers. After that, every generation is growing up and seeing their parents struggle to balance all their costs. That probably won't be a good life motivator to them. The only hope they have is if government policy gets better and they lock in on housing. But I don't know. Every time I see something about cost...
Like, this is why a majority of rich motherfuckers are always busy with house properties.
Congress is working to make housing cheaper.
It only ends up going up even more. Like, what the f*** is you niggas on?
Funny enough, US Congress finally just passed a bill recently to help build more homes, which we need. But everyone I talk to in Gen Z is still on the timing of, yeah, I just plan to rent an apartment for who knows how long. Crazy how it used to be such a common thing for everyone to have a house and you just pull up to your homie spot whenever. It also means if they do manage to get homes, it'll be smaller than the past generations, which then means less space, which then means less kids they can have. Unless they try to cram like 3 people per room, them numbers going down. To end it off though, I'll talk about some things that could be positive. AI tutors and information being so accessible could make them one of the smart.
I can't watch this nigga, bro. I can't deal with this nigga. I can't, and I won't.
Smartest generations. I mean, so far we haven't had a generation that's been dumber than the last one. We getting all types of diseases solved and extended.
Like, I understand being cringe makes you free, but nope, not for me.
The life of humans as much as possible. There also would be a huge diverse amount of careers you can choose from. We've already got that since the explosion of social media, but it will be even more. It could soon be instead of the standard of going right to college after high school and not knowing if you even want to go, and going 100K into debt for a degree called the study of gooning philosophy. They could have options to pick from right in high school. I honestly think anything that happens to them will be the blame of other generations' f***ups. Just like how Gen Alpha is brain rotted at 5, that's because their parents stuck iPads in their faces to shut them up. So I'm wishing the best.
But also at the same time, it's because we literally see everything that's happening and nobody. And even despite all the warnings that's been all up in their faces though, there's not gonna be enough people to say, fuck no, we want changes of the governments this, that, 1, 3.
For them, and most people watching this should, considering this will probably be the generation of your kids. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. As always, I love you guys consensually. And until next time, I'm out.
Likewise, thanks for being here. Thanks for watching with me, and thanks for watching me. And I'm out.